Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys how to make a Guyanese style chicken fried rice. It is pretty easy and quick and it is very tasteful. I'm sure you will love it. I would also like to say thank you guys for your love and support that you guys have been showing me lately. I know I'm beginning and you guys have been showing me a lot of love and I just want to thank you guys for that. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this video.
So first, for the fried rice, I like to chop up the chicken into small pieces. Then after I leave it in the sink, I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm going to wash it out with some vinegar. Then I'm going to dump it back out in the sink, rinse it again, squeeze the chicken, drain out all the water, and wash out the vinegar. Then I'm going to begin to season it. Stay tuned. Okay, so now I'll be putting in the vinegar. I like to put a decent amount. Then you just mix it up like so. Okay. I usually put some water back in. Then my sink's already clean, so I just dump the chicken out, rinse the bowl out so there's no extra vinegar inside. Then I do this. Take each piece of chicken, rinse it out, squeeze it out, squeeze, then I dump it into the bowl. And I keep doing that repeatedly until it's all finished. So now the chicken is washed and ready to be seasoned. So now I'll be showing you the ingredients that I use to season the chicken. So right here is a grind seasoning. So it's already mixed with onion, garlic, thyme, and some pepper. So what I do is I would take like 2 teaspoons, the size, 2 teaspoons of that, throw it on there. And I also use seasoning salt. I use all-purpose seasoning, of course, salt. I use garlic powder, onion powder, and I use casarip, which is what I use to darken the fried rice to give it that brown color. So for the all-purpose flour, the seasoning salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, I usually put about 2 teaspoons of it each into the bowl. For the casarip, I usually also put about 2 tablespoons of casarip, just to darken up the meat a little bit so it's not so white when it cooks. It kind of browns it a little bit. So yeah, you can always do that. Now I'm gonna start mixing all the meat together and the seasoning. So there it is. It has a nice seasoning in it. So I usually leave it for about 10 minutes, let it like marinate, 15 minutes, let it marinate. So, you know, it soaks up the flavor. And then I'll begin to cook. Okay, so here's my pot that I usually cook pretty much everything with. So once all the water is dried up, I'll be putting in a touch of vegetable oil. So just like that, that's a touch for me. Then once this heats up a little bit, the grind seasoning that I showed you earlier that I seasoned the chicken with, I'll be putting it in the base of the thing to cook for a little bit, in the base of the pot, sorry. Okay, so my pot is all warmed up. I'll be putting some of this in. So I usually use 1 and a half of this. So like this. And then you stir it up for about 2 minutes just for it to cook a little bit. And then after this, then you dump the chicken. So now I'll be dumping in the chicken. There it is. So you see at the bottom of this bowl, all that goodness is there. I'm gonna put a little bit of water, rinse it out, and then throw it back in here. So I just added the water. Now I'm just gonna stir it up and cover the pot and let it cook for about 5 minutes. So for the rice section, usually the rice is what I usually boil first because it's the easiest. So I usually try to boil it and get it out of the way. That way it can dry up. So when it goes into the pot, it doesn't get too soggy. So when I boil rice, this is brown rice. When I boil rice for fried rice, I usually put some salt. I put a little touch of black pepper, not so much. And then I also use a cube of this. This is really good. I put 1 full cube in and just let it boil all together. Once the rice is soft, well, semi-soft, then you can drain it and then let it sit right here for a little bit. I'm gonna show you what I'll do next, coming a little closer to when the chicken will be cooking. So like I was saying, usually I always season the rice as well, just to give it a little bit of flavor. So I usually put some seasoning salt. So I put the two teaspoons of this as well on the rice. This is already averaged to 2 teaspoons, so I'm just gonna dump it in. And I usually put 2 teaspoons of this cashew. Okay, so I put 2 tablespoons of the cashew. What I did is I just squiggled it around, you know. I also put 2 more teaspoons of the all-purpose seasoning inside of there. It's just to flavor the rice. The chicken does have its flavor, but like, you know, the rice needs some flavor too, you know. It's just how you do it. There it is. The chicken is boiling. So let it do this for about 10 more minutes. Keep stirring. After 10 minutes, if you still see that there's a lot of water in it, just let it take off the cover for a little bit. Let it dry down for a bit. When it starts to look a little bit darker, I'll show you. And then you can just add a touch of water. Then I'll show you. So it's boiling right now. Another good ingredient to add in here is fresh dried thyme. Just put like 2 of the long thymes. It gives it a refreshing taste. I think it tastes really good. So it's boiling. Let it boil for about 10-15 minutes. If you see that the water is starting to go down a bit, don't hesitate to add a touch of water, not too much, because you don't want the fried rice to be too soggy. I usually cook this on a low heat because I don't want to rush the chicken, and you know, I don't want to rush it. So yeah. Okay, so see how the water kind of dried up a little bit? That's kind of what you want to do. I didn't take the cover off of my pot, but that's probably because I didn't take the cover off of my pot because my stove heats really high. So it dried it up pretty like fast. So like this is perfect. So now I'm gonna add 1 full cup of water. I'm gonna let it boil, and I'm gonna also add 2 more teaspoons of cashew just to darken up the chicken a little bit more, because to me it looks a little too light. So there we go. Okay, so I put in the extra cashew now, and I added the 1 cup of water. So I'm just gonna turn it. So you see it got darker. So there you go. I'm gonna let that cook for about 5 more minutes. Then I'm gonna start to chop up my onions. So now I'm going to finally chop some green onions, some regular onions, some pepper. Yes, you know Caribbean people love their pepper, okay? However, I'm a different Caribbean person. I hate pepper, but you know, I'm still gonna put a little bit in it. If those of you who love pepper, y'all can put more. Use a whole pepper. I'm gonna use half, and I'm gonna use some green peppers there. I'm also gonna cut up some carrots, and I'm gonna put some green peas in it, and a little bit of corn. Yes. So that's everything I'm gonna put into into the chicken to cook in about a minute. Okay. All right. So I put in all of the onions and the green onion, the pepper and the green peppers. I put the corn in, I put the peas, and I put the carrots. So I chopped everything, I put it in. I'm gonna let it cook for about 5 minutes because I don't actually want all the vegetables to be cooked thoroughly. I still want it to be a bit crunchy. So just for about 5 minutes, just let it steam for a bit, and then after, you can put the rice and the chicken together. At this point, you can also taste it to just make sure that it has enough salt. Alright everyone, so I put all my ingredients in that I just chopped up. I did add some carrots, some green beans, and some corn. I am only going to let it cook for about 5 minutes because I don't want the vegetables to get too soft. Another thing, I just tasted the chicken and it tastes amazing. However, I did just add a touch more salt because I felt like it needed more salt for myself. With that being said, you don't necessarily have to put salt for yourself. If the salt is good enough for you, don't add any. If you feel like it needs a little bit more, then go right ahead, add it. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the rice over there and I'm gonna put it in this pot and I'm gonna mix it up all together. Okay, so it's all mixed up nicely. It smells fabulous. I can't wait to portion it out. I'm gonna let my daughter be the taste tester. You know they say that kids are the ones that give you the best opinion and the most honest opinion and the most innocent opinion ever. So she always tells me that I am a good cook, so let's see. So it's the moment of truth. Go ahead, try it now. It's a little hot, right? Is it delicious? It is? You give it a thumbs up? All right. Say about the food you just had, the fried rice?
It tastes absolutely delicious, and I am the good girl.
Ivy, say goodnight to everybody. Say thank you for watching Mommy's video. Also, tell everybody you hope that they enjoy the food and that they enjoyed it as much as your sister did. And one day you're going to eat it too. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for your love and support once again. Also, I want to say, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also, if you do want to see other cooking tutorials, anything you could think of, leave a comment below. I will make it and provide it to you guys. See you guys in my next vlog.